Hello, Bean Team. It's Vanity here. I wanted to do a different kind of video today where instead of playing rhythm games, I talk about them instead with some drawing in the background so you don't get too bored. Now, as someone who considers themselves a rhythm gamer, one thing that I notice whenever I play rhythm games around people that don't play is they go, wow, that's so hard. I could never do that. Honestly, you totally could. And I think that Project Sekai is a good place to start with rhythm games. And I know some Project Sekai players are probably thinking, Vanity, what are you talking about? Have you seen Marble Blue? Have you seen Kaijuni Naitai? I don't care. I really think that it is a good starter game for people who don't know how to play rhythm games. And I'm going to be going over some basics on how to get good at the actual rhythm game part for people who are new to the game, coming from someone who took an absurd amount of time getting better at the game because no one ever told me how to play it. Now, starting with the first thing, don't play super hard charts your first time playing. As fun and amazing as the intense voice of Hatsune Miku may look to you, maybe don't play that the first time you ever play. It'll dishearten you pretty quick. Try to stick with easier charts like Tell Your World, and progress on learning how to hit notes first before you just get a bunch of note vomit in your face. On top of that, speaking of note vomit, don't ever play at a note speed of 1 or 2. Matter of fact, as controversial as it sounds, I think new players should put their note speed to around 8 or 9. And although that sounds fast, you have to understand that it makes processing the notes as they come in a lot easier. Because if all of the notes come in one big wall, obviously you're not going to know how to hit them, and it's going to be overwhelming. I started playing at a note speed of 5, and now I play at 11. So I'll tell you for sure that I've noticed that I've improved more once I was able to actually see the notes coming in since I had them at a higher speed. Additionally, to my aged players, you don't need to have a note speed of above 11. That's just absurd and you're not impressing anyone. It just makes it harder for you. Now, another thing that I suggest, this may be a controversial opinion, but don't play co-op shows if you can't play above a hard chart. I'm not saying that you shouldn't do it because you're bad at the game. I'm saying you shouldn't do it because people in co-op shows are insane. They will pick Intense Voice. They will pick Duo. They will pick Machine Gun Poem Doll. They will pick the hardest songs in the game just because they're fun. And believe me when I say that game mode peer pressure is a real thing. You will try to pick harder charts because other people can see the difficulty you play and you will end up embarrassing yourself. So just focus on learning how to play the game first before you try playing multiplayer modes like co-op shows or ranked matches. Now, one of my last things that I have to suggest is watch people play the game. Go on YouTube and watch people play songs with hand cams. One of my biggest things I had difficulty with when I started playing is I didn't know how you were supposed to hit notes like trills and like staircases. So I would always mess up my combos because I didn't know how to hit them. And one thing that helped me was going on YouTube and watching people play the songs with hand cams so I could see how their fingers moved and which notes they clicked first. Some people even have tutorials on how you should hit stuff. Don't be afraid to look up tutorials on Project Sekai. You're not a loser. Like, believe me, it helped a lot. I used to be really bad at trills, and now they're one of my favorite things to play because I know how to play them. So, if you need to, go on YouTube and look up people playing the same song so you can see how to play it. It isn't cheating, and it's helping you out. So, don't be afraid to do it. And if that seems like too much work, you can also just go in and turn on the autoplay mode and watch the notes come in and get hit by themselves. It may be a little harder without the actual hand cam, but at least to see how it's supposed to sound and how it's supposed to look. And finally, my biggest piece of advice, don't be upset if you're not a sweat in a day. It took me a long time to get as good as I was, but these are just pieces of advice that I think would help because no one ever told me them, and once I started actually doing them is when I improved. So, yeah. You can also just disregard all of this advice and stay ass at the game, but hey, whatever's clever. I'm just kidding. Anyway, if you guys enjoyed these kind of videos, let me know. They were actually kind of fun to make, and I love talking about nerdy shit. But if there's anything else you want me to talk about, or if there's anything else you want to see, comment on my community post. Yeah, that's it. Love you guys. Mwah.
Thank you for watching. For more horrible shitty content that I put zero fucking effort into making, make sure to like and subscribe.